Welcome back to the Observatory of Truth, the archive of the unseen, and the only channel where we don't just read the headlines, we analyze the silence between them. You are watching Mr. Magazine, and I am your guide through the labyrinth of celebrity perception. Today, we are dissecting a classic case of smoke without fire. For days, the gossip world has been writing the obituary for one of the most beloved relationships in the industry. We are talking about Hazal and Erkan. The ink was barely dry on the articles declaring their silent breakup, fueled by a prolonged absence from the public eye. But just as the narrative seemed set in stone, a single image landed like a bombshell, shattering the rumors and forcing every gossip columnist in Istanbul to rewrite their scripts. But before we zoom in on this game-changing photo, I have a request for my loyal community. If you value journalism that waits for the evidence before passing judgment, please destroy that subscribe button and activate the notification bell. We are building a fortress of accuracy here. For those who wish to stand with us on the front lines and support independent storytelling, the join button is waiting for you below. Your membership keeps the lights on and the stories flowing. Now, let's look at the picture that spoke 1,000 words. In the ecosystem of celebrity gossip, silence is often treated as a crime. If you are not posting, you are hiding. If you are not posing, you are fighting. For weeks, Hazal and Erkan had committed the cardinal sin of modern stardom. They vanished. The rumors began as a whisper. They haven't been seen together. They haven't liked each other's posts. These whispers quickly metastasized into headlines. The term silent breakup was coined to explain their absence. Sources from the periphery, often unreliable but always loud, began to feed the beast, claiming that their busy schedules had worn down the relationship. It was a plausible narrative. After all, the pressures of fame have cracked stronger foundations than this. Fans began to mourn. Social media timelines were filled with sad edits and nostalgic collages. The industry accepted it as fact. The story of Hazal and Erkan was over. And then, chaos. Without a press release, without a dramatic interview, and without a cryptic quote about new beginnings, a photo surfaced. It wasn't a staged photo shoot for a magazine. It wasn't a paparazzi shot taken from a mile away. It was a candid, raw moment captured at a private event with a group of close friends. In the frame, Hazal and Erkan stood side by side. There was no distance between them. Hazal's smile was radiant, genuine, and completely at ease. Erkan's posture was attentive, protective, and unmistakably affectionate. They looked cheerful. They looked relaxed. They looked like a couple who had no idea the world thought they were broken. The impact was immediate. The photo spread across social media like wildfire. Followers who had been grieving the relationship minutes prior were now flooding the comment sections with a mixture of shock and delight. "Where's the breakup?" became the trending question of the hour. This single image did more than just prove they were physically together, it debunked the entire psychological profile the media had built around them. The narrative of tension and weariness collapsed instantly against the visual evidence of their joy. Sources close to the couple, emboldened by the photo, finally spoke up to clarify the situation. The separation rumors, they stated, were based solely on misunderstandings. The truth was far less dramatic and far more pragmatic. Hazal and Erkan had simply decided to stay out of the public eye. Why? Because they are professionals. It is being said that both actors are deep in preparation for new projects. They are reading scripts, attending meetings, and focusing on their craft. The decision to withdraw from the social scene was a conscious strategy to conserve energy, not a symptom of a dying romance. Let's analyze Hazal's behavior during this period. Her social media had shifted. She was posting, yes, but it was strictly work-related. She put her private life on the back burner. To the untrained eye, this looked like a woman scrubbing her history. To the analytical eye, this was a woman prioritizing her career. Erkan adopted a similar strategy. By keeping his private life out of the spotlight, he was attempting to control the narrative. Paradoxically, this attempt at control caused the rumors to spiral. But this photo proves that their silence was a protective measure. They are keeping their relationship in a vault, safe from the prying eyes of the public, only opening the door when they choose to. I have to pause here to ask you, the jury of public opinion, do you think celebrities owe us constant updates on their relationship status? Is silence a right, or is it a risk in 2025? I want to read your thoughts on privacy versus publicity in the comments below. And if this deep dive is resonating with you, please consider hitting the join button. Your support allows us to tell these complicated, human stories. The atmosphere among the fans has shifted from mourning to relief. Comments like "You scared us," and "Your silence made us think it was a breakup" flood the feeds. But amidst the relief, there is a new respect. Hazal's mature and reserved demeanor, combined with Erkan's protective attitude in the photo, has fueled comments suggesting their relationship now sits on a more solid foundation. They are no longer the couple that needs to prove their love with daily selfies. They have graduated to a level of security where they can exist offline. Another fascinating detail circulating in the gossip circles is the marriage factor. The couple had been plagued by constant rumors of an imminent wedding. "They'll soon get married" was the headline every other week. Reports suggest they were annoyed by this pressure. By going dark, they effectively hit the mute button on the marriage speculation. The breakup rumors were an unfortunate side effect, but perhaps a price they were willing to pay for peace. Whether the photo was shared deliberately or spontaneously is a matter of fierce debate. Gossip circles interpret it as a silent but very clear message. It is a power move. Instead of issuing a defensive statement saying, "We are still together," which often sounds desperate, they simply let reality speak for itself. It underscores that Hazal and Erkan prefer to live their lives without pressure. Sources close to the couple whisper that there is no dramatic crisis. On the contrary, they're going through a calmer, more balanced period. They are spending their free time alone together, avoiding large gatherings and ostentatious displays. They are prioritizing simple, private moments over the glitz of the red carpet. This is the behavior of a couple investing in the long term, not a couple looking for attention. Following this event, the industry predicts a shift in their public strategy. We likely won't see Hazal and Erkan at every party and premiere. The rumors suggest they will maintain this controlled and discreet approach. This doesn't indicate trouble, it indicates wisdom. They don't want to turn their relationship into a spectacle. Some speculate this is part of a long-term plan to protect their upcoming career moves. Hazal is reportedly preparing for a new stage in her career, and Erkan is in talks for significant projects. They want the headlines to be about their work, not their dates. Interestingly, following the release of the photo, their social media behavior has evolved again. Unlike the total blackout of the previous weeks, the couple has started dropping subtle hints. Hazal's natural, sincere poses are now occasionally accompanied by a supportive comment from Erkan. A like here, an emoji there. These are breadcrumbs left for the fans, tiny reassurances that say, "We are here, we are good, don't worry." It is a masterclass in modern relationship management. Give the public just enough to keep them satisfied, but keep the core of the bond for yourself. And so, the silent breakups of Hazal Subasi and Erkan Merrick goes down in history as the breakup that never was. It serves as a reminder to all of us, in the world of social media, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Sometimes, silence is just peace. We will continue to watch their journey, respecting their new boundaries while celebrating their success. Before you go, I have one final question for you. Do you prefer celebrity couples who share everything, or those who keep it mysterious like Hazal and Erkan? Let me know your preference in the comments. And remember, if you enjoyed this detailed breakdown of the truth behind the rumors, the best way to support Mr. Magazine is to click that join button. It gives you a special badge, priority in comments, and helps us keep the truth alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow drama enthusiasts. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your heart guarded. This is Mr. Magazine, signing off.